And welcome back, guys, to the next episode of Straight 6 Auto Parts. And again, behind me, 2015 BMW 335 with N55 engine and manual transmission. That's the F30 body style. In today's episode, we're gonna have to replace the intake. Now we have engine intake and it's kind of shiny. I like this one more compared to the engine because it's just a matte black, and I would like to keep everything black under the hood, or it's the carbon or something like that. So this is the first. Second, we have our springs. That's the H&R springs. Once we put the suspension from M3 F80 on the car, it's kind of high right now, so I decided to drop it a little bit and we will see how it goes. So this is the second H&R springs, red one. The next step is NBT Navigation. As I already mentioned in the previous video, we have just a regular screen without navigation, the small ugly thing, and a small controller, not like this one. So we got this one from 2015 BMW M3 as well, F80 body style. That's the step number 3 that we need to install. Bigger screen, better controller, and the head unit from the complete set. Also, we got some random plastic from M3 F80 that we need to install just to make it fit perfect under the hood, so nothing is laying around. Just let's make it original F80. And then I think the last step is gonna be just the carbon fiber tips for our exhaust. I don't know if we will install it today or maybe sometimes next time, but the goal is to do everything today. I think it's not that hard. It's just a few items in here. The most challenging is gonna be the springs. Everything else is just super easy. Like the navigation, air intake, and those tips, just take them out, put those back, good to go. So I think we're good at this point. Let's just go ahead and start doing everything. I will set all the parts aside for now, and we'll see how it goes. I think we should start with the hardest part of it, springs. Let's do the spring first, and then we'll see how it goes. Let's go. So we got our first spring out, and this is the original one from M3. This is the one we're gonna install, and here is the difference. Just like that much of a difference. And also this one looks smaller than this one. Let's go ahead and install this one and see how low it's gonna sit on these red springs. This is the original M3. If you guys need them, let me know. Okay, so driver's side is done, and look how beautiful it is. Blue caliper, red spring, so cool. Let's get to the next one, to the other side. Okay, front springs are good. They're done. Our beautiful red springs with the blue calipers. Let's get to the back. I think we're all good. Let's go. I got the rear one out, and the rear is actually not as short. So rear is gonna be pretty much the same, but the front one is gonna be lower. So anyway, let's get install these rears. I like the red one more, so let's just go ahead and do it. Yeah, and then we'll do tips. Okay, so the second spring is on. We all good on as far as suspension. Let's do the tips now. Let me bring them. So here is our carbon fiber tips. Let's go. So I got the original tip off, but we have a small tip up on top, so we're gonna need to cut it. If you guys have the same, some of them don't have that thing, that pin up on top, so you can just slide it in. Some of them does. So in our case, we're gonna have to cut it. Let's go. So here is the difference. This is the stock piece of crap, and this is carbon fiber. Look at that beauty. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Sheesh. Let's go, baby, let's go. Yep, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Okay, so carbon fiber exhaust tips done, and I think the last thing for the day we will do intake, and the NBT navigation we will do maybe tomorrow. I'm kind of lazy. Let's go in the front and we'll do the intake. So our black intake didn't work, this one. So this intake didn't work with our carbon fiber strut bar. So we're gonna have to put the piece of crap, the chrome one, back, because I would rather have the carbon fiber thing and that chrome intake rather than just the intake. So let's swap it back, and I think we're gonna be done for today. We'll go home a little bit tired. So let's go. Damn, this is way lower now, so that's exactly what we need. Springs done, exhaust tips, rear on the back done. The only thing that's left is the NBT Navigation. But I think I will do it. I think I'll do it tomorrow. A little bit tired now, so I think at this point let's just go home and we'll continue tomorrow. But again, as always, for you guys it's gonna be like just 5 seconds. Yeah, I'm so happy with that car. It's so low now, not crazy low, but it's exactly what we need. And at this point, let's go home. And we're back in here, so I just love the way the car sits right now. It's so beautiful, so cool. And today we have the last step, which is the navigation. That's the bigger screen, 8.8 CIC, that's the NBT controller, the bigger one. And also, yesterday I totally forgot to pull out the part. Let me bring it. That's the other thing we're gonna install today, the rear spoiler on the trunk lid. Maybe we will need to get the lip as well, the carbon fiber, but for now we will install just the carbon fiber spoiler. That's the F30 Performance spoiler, just the regular one, nothing crazy, all original, all looks good. Let's go ahead and do it. You might think it's leaking something, but no, it's totally fine. It's the coolant. I pulled it out, that small line from the expansion tank yesterday, and that's what it is. So don't worry, nothing is leaking on this car. Let's keep going. So here is only two things that you will need to have, that trim removal piece and a T20. Let's start from the screen, head unit, and then we will do the controller as well. So I got everything out, and I don't know why, but it was super hard to take out all of these plugs from this one, and everything. Maybe because they never been removed before, or I don't even know. But here we have our old screen, here we have our new screen. Here is our old unit, the small one, 1DIN. Here is our new one, the big one. Let's go ahead and do it right now. Okay, so it looks like we have everything installed. Head unit, screen, and the controller looks way more luxurious compared to this. What's that? This is the one that we need. Everything looks just fine. For some reason we don't have the navigation yet. I think we'll need to program it, and then we will get that. but for now no navigation, but everything else works just fine. Sport displays, everything just fine. Everything looks just fine except for the navigation. We will program that and we're gonna be good to go. So we got our NBT bigger screen, 8.8 versus what's that, 6.5 inches, the small one. We have our controller, the new one in here, and we have our head unit replaced. That's all about the interior stuff. Let's get on the back and we will do the spoiler. Let's go. Okay, so here is our carbon fiber spoiler. Here is our car, and before we'll put it on, we'll need to put some tape on it. That's the 3M tape. Let's just clean it, put the tape on it, then I already prepared everything in here, so we can just put it on and let's go. Okay, so I marked with the paper tape where we're gonna need to have our corners, and now we can just go ahead and put our spoiler on. Still have that tape on it, that not the tape but that red cover, but I loosen it a little bit so we can remove it later. There you go, the spoiler is on. Now we need just to pull out that red thing. Just to confirm the fitment, and now we can pull it out completely and just press it. So now we'll need to find something heavy and put it on it so it can glue on. No longer need tape, no longer need that red thing. This one, F30 Performance, sits just perfect. Like it's supposed to be in here. Just look at it. Carbon fiber spoiler. Done. Let's get the car outside and I will do some pictures and see how it looks outside on the sun. Let's go. Actually, before we'll get outside, just look at it. Carbon fiber spoiler matching with the carbon fiber tips. Yes, I know guys, we need to wash that, but just look at it. All LED tail lights, carbon fiber spoiler and carbon fiber tips, and those M4 wheels on it. Woo! So cool. Let me bring some light over here. Whew. Yep.
You go